Hey there, friends. This is Velma Knowles from Leaders Pathway, and you're listening to the Leaders Pathway podcast, the place where leaders go to grow. Today, we're diving into the second step of the SOAR framework. That's SOAR framework. And that second step is organizing your steps. And let me tell you, this is where the rubber meets the road, or where the bird flaps its wings if we're sticking with the SOAR theme here. You can't just sit around hoping your goals will magically fall into place, right? You got to roll up your sleeves and get to work. But don't worry, I'm here to help you break it all down into bite-sized, manageable pieces. So grab your coffee, sweet tea for anyone in the South, or whatever gets you moving, and let's get started. Now, let me ask you, are you ready to move closer to your dreams? You know, the vision that you set in step number 1 of our SOAR framework? Well, let's start today's conversation off with a little story. Picture this. You're planning a road trip. You wouldn't just hop in your car, hit the gas, and hope for the best, right? No, ma'am, no, sir, no way. You'd map out your route, decide where you want to stop for snacks. Because life without snacks is just not living, right? And you'd figure out what's the playlist that's going to keep you jamming for hours. Music soothes the soul. Organizing your steps, my friend, is how you achieve your goals. It's no different. So without a plan, you'll just be driving around aimlessly, and no one wants that. That's stressful, and I don't want to be stressed, and neither do you. So now let's swap that road trip out for your big goal, your vision. See, it's exciting, it's inspiring, but without that roadmap, it's just a dream, and we don't want it to become a nightmare. So we need to create the roadmap. This is how we make that happen. You organize your steps. You know what to do to get where you want to go. And that's where step number 2 comes in, the SOAR framework, organizing your steps. It's like your roadmap, your strategy. You turn your vision into a reality. And let me tell you about a time early in my career when I learned the power of organizing your steps. See, early in my career, I worked for a 4 million membership association. I know that sounds huge, and it was, right? And it is. And the interesting thing is, I was charged to lead a task force, a fancy word for a committee, to solve a massive problem. And the massive problem was this. Our membership was down by 90,000 members. Yes, you heard that right. We lost 90,000 members. We didn't know why they were not renewing, and we needed to figure this out, right? So here I am. I'm the one that has to find the solution. And I thought to myself, this could either launch my career or end it. No pressure, right, friends? Now, let me tell you, this was daunting. Can you see me shaking in my size 6 boots? Absolutely. But the key is breaking the problem into smaller, actionable steps. And that's what I learned in this process. See, first, I gathered a team of the best people in the organization to help me with this challenge. There's no Lone Ranger here. This girl knows when to call in the cavalry, right? Next, we listen to each other, we listen to the data, and we listen to the feedback from our members. We outlined steps. We knew, 1, we needed to improve our member communication. 2, we needed to revamp these retention strategies. 3, we needed to create targeted campaigns, and on and on. And you know what? We tackled one step at a time. By staying organized and focused, we not only closed a 90,000 member gap, we exceeded our growth goal and got a nice bonus for doing so. So what's the lesson here? Friends, when the goal seems too big to handle, break it down into bite-sized pieces. After all, you can't eat an elephant only one bite at a time, right? I just had to say that, of course. But breaking down your big goal into smaller, actionable tasks, it's like following a recipe for success. Seriously, Gallup research backs this up. People who set specific, actionable steps are far more likely to achieve their goals. Why? Because the big, hairy, audacious goals that seem insurmountable, they suddenly become manageable. Bite-sized pieces that are easier to chew and digest. Now, take Janet, for example. She's a coaching client of mine, and she wanted to snag this leadership position that her company had was offering, and she felt completely overwhelmed. She's like, how am I going to be even considered for this leadership position? And so we organized her steps. To improve her leadership skills, we set up a mentorship program, someone that could help her. Number 2, to build her network by attending targeted industry events. And number 3, we crafted a personalized resume and LinkedIn profile that aligned with her aspirations. Each step built on the last step, like stacking steady bricks to create a strong foundation. We set specific dates by when she would achieve each of those steps. And before long, Janet wasn't just in the running for the position. She got the job. That's the magic of organizing your steps. You see, friends, when you organize your steps, you're giving yourself a clear, manageable path forward. Think about it. If your goal is to run a marathon, you don't start by running 26 miles on day 1. No way. You start with a 5K and then a 10K, and you build from there. Each small step builds your confidence and momentum. It's the same with any goal, whether it's personal, professional, or otherwise. Now, let's bring this back to you. What's that big, exciting goal you've set for yourself? You know, the one you set your vision for in step 1? Maybe it's landing your dream job, or starting your own business, or improving your health. Whatever it is, here's my challenge for you. How can you break it down into actionable steps? Let me help you with this one. Here are 3 practical ways to organize your steps. 1, I want you to define clear milestones. Break down your goal into smaller, tangible checkpoints. For example, if your goal is to write a book, then a milestone might be completing the first chapter within 2 weeks. See, milestones give you clarity and direction, ensuring that you can celebrate progress along the way. Number 2 is prioritize tasks by impact. And here's what I mean by that. Rank the task you need to complete in order of importance or impact. See, focusing on what will move the needle forward first is what you want to do first. For instance, if you're working on improving leadership skills, prioritize attending a workshop or enrolling in a mentorship program before creating a new resume. And I've got a few workshops that might help you out with that. Number 3, create a timeline with deadlines. See, assigning specific deadlines to each task gives you that target to shoot for. Break those larger tasks into smaller steps and decide when each one will be completed. A realistic timeline will help you avoid being overwhelmed, stressed, and it'll ensure steady progress. Now, if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed by your goals, or you're like, I don't know how to organize these steps, it's time to take action. You don't have to do this alone. A coach can help you organize your steps, hold you accountable, and keep you on track. And I'm the one that would love to do that with you. Imagine having someone in your corner, cheering you on, guiding you every step of the way. That's where coaching comes in. If you're ready to turn your goals into action, friends, I would love to help you. So schedule a free discovery call with me today, and let's see how we could work together and create your personalized roadmap to success. The link is in the show notes. Don't wait. Take that first step right now. Well, all right, leaders, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, remember, your vision is only as powerful as the action steps you take to achieve it. So grab your roadmap, start driving, and don't stop until you reach your destination. You've got this, and I'm here to cheer you on every step of the way. God bless you. Whoops. Hey, P.S. friends, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review to help others find the show, and share this episode with someone who needs a little encouragement today. Now, that's how you organize your steps. I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless.